professionals and head to confessional. And once I'm in the booth, I feel real congressional. Welcome to the episode. Please like and subscribe. Don't drink and drive when you can smoke and fly. Soaring so high into the night sky, reaching for the stars, but they landed on a moon pie.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox along with
Mr. Prim.
Mr. Prim today.
Yep.
BDot had to help somebody move, so you know how that goes.
I'm in the building. There's always somebody moving, man.
Somebody's always moving around here.
No, moving something. They moving something.
Moving something.
Furniture, bricks, something.
Episode 101. We are past the century mark. Welcome to the new age.
Tap in.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the new age. You've made it.
That hey, let's get it, bro.
Hey, let's get it, bro.
There it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think, just with the energies out in the world right now, man, it's like I wanna just get it fucking going at this point is, what happened last week? The election. That's what everybody's talking about. It's the biggest news right now. You know what I mean? Just what happened with the election. Trump has been declared the winner as of this moment. You know what I mean? There's still a long ways to go. There's still fucking, you know what I mean? There's fucking, there's so much happening with election interference type stuff. Everybody still knows that he's a felon, so he's got to be indicted at the end of this month. You know what I mean? And different things, or sentence, or wherever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? So it's like there's so much going on with all that it just looks like fucking chaos. And you've got one side screaming about how there's a dictator and a misogynist and a racist going on. Then you got the other side screaming, oh, is she unqualified? Who the fuck is she? Biden's fucking, this, whatever. There's a lot of shit going on. I don't even pay attention to half of it. I just know it's happening. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I see a little bit of it because I'm in the Intel channels. But what I really want to say is think about all that, right? How does any of that help anybody? You know what I mean? Like, we're not talking solutions here. Everybody's just pointing fucking fingers.
Like they've always been doing.
Right. And
they haven't changed that way of approaching these issues or these things. They just want to point fingers. No one's bringing an answer to the table.
Correct.
Even if it's a makeshift answer. I feel like I say shit, but like I wish I could actually do more.
Right.
But I ain't got to do more money.
Right.
But you got motherfuckers that got to do more money.
And doing nothing.
And they do nothing but talk shit. Fuck is that?
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of, that's what we talk about. There's a lot of billionaires and people and just millionaires that are out there hoarding their money and doing nothing with it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who, and they'll say, they're creating business, they're creating jobs and doing this and do that. But think about it. Then you got to go slave at this fucking job for 40 hours a week. And how fucking cool is that?
Where's the innovative jobs? Mm-hmm. Where you make it make sense.
Right. And you take care of your people.
Right.
People,
I noticed in the Army, man, if you help people, if you take care of them, and that used to be the way it was when I first went in.
They take care of you, right?
They gonna take care of you. They gonna work harder. They gonna be more productive. They gonna have more of a, like a passion for what they do.
Right.
But when you kind of bullshit them most of the time, they trying to get the fuck out of there.
You're ridiculing them. You're whatever. Right.
You're burning them out.
Yeah, you're burning them out. You're not giving them rest.
Stressing
them out. Right. How do you think that's gonna work?
Relieve the stress. Relieve the burnout. Make it happy to come to work.
Right.
I think they were doing that in Silicon Valley in some places for a while. That's why some of those places was fucking booming.
They were thriving. Yeah.
And then they probably got that manager in that wants to be the fucking, he's the slave runner.
Well, right.
He wants to, we're going to do this now. We're going to do that now.
They bring in those people that start to cut the corners in order to make more profit, and it doesn't help the morale of the fucking place.
Correct.
It fucks it up. You know what I mean? When everybody was having a good, and they'll go, but you was wasting a lot of money. And it was like, but we could still tighten that up without fucking it up.
Yo, yo, they waste more money in other aspects of that.
True.
That's not the aspect of to call we wasting money.
Right.
No, that's taking care of your people. That's keeping them healthy, surviving in a positive light. Ultimately, that's going to help your business grow.
Right.
In the long run.
Yeah. Building relationships.
In the long run.
Think about it this way. Look.
You're looking to get fast money fast.
Yeah.
And stress people out.
Here's a way to look at it, right? In that sense is a lot of times when you have a business that's growing, booming and running, like let's just take a random organization, but it's going to be controversial regardless. An NFL team.
Yep.
Right?
I was about to say, let's go with the NFL. Yep.
You were?
I already knew it.
Awesome. NFL team, right? Okay. The coach, right? He may be there sometimes anywhere between 5, 10, 15, 20 years, depending on how well this coach works and it all comes together, right? But underneath him, he gets to pick his own people.
Right.
He gets to pick his offensive coordinator. He gets to pick his offensive defense, all the different positions, right? All the way down to equipment managers and all these different things, right? But guess what? Guess who's doing a lot of those lower jobs in there? Their kids, their family. They're growing it. They're building it. And the next person coming up as a defensive coordinator 10 years from now is that 15-year-old kid who watched all that happen while he was doing his part and building his part. Right. And then now he's a coach or he's a this or he's now a trainer or then they step up and move up in these organizations. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they take care of their people. People can get time off. They have their you don't look at an NFL team and think any of those people are stressed out and fucking crazy, right?
Right.
Other than maybe the head coach because he's got to worry about his job the most. You know what I mean? But you see what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's just a hypothetical, not even looking at the statistics, not just the idea of that. But also, what do they have? Training facilities.
Right.
They have doctor facilities. They take care of their, you know what I mean? They take care of their issues and their problems that they got going on. And they have it in-house. They're ready to take care of it and pay for whatever they got to pay for.
Yeah, it's a big monster.
Right. It's already, it built into a big monster, and that's what we see now. But you can take all that on a micro scale idea into business, into small business, and into smaller businesses.
Correct.
And take those same ideas and go, we should be growing. And, it's kind of like we could take it back almost even further and go back to like the coal miners and the steel workers and stuff like that. They were breeding those people and their family members were coming up and living a good life, becoming steel workers their whole life, from father to son to next son. And you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they had really good lives because those companies had benefits, took care of them, cared about them, let them take time off. You know what I mean? And when they had kids, they paid for their kids to be born. You know what I mean? They did all these things to keep the people coming back and wanting to be there. Like you just said, let's be happy going where we're going. How do we do that? Because there it is. Because most of these jobs aren't doing that anymore. You know what I mean? They're just doing whatever.
That's the part when I think when Trump says "Make America Great Again,"
Correct.
I think that's what he's talking about.
Right.
And look,
They're twisting.
I think, of course, we could look at it like he's talking about when was we ever great, but he's talking about from the aspect of taking care of people,
business and taking care of people. Right.
But then that's where you look at him like he's a hypocrite because how much did he take care of his workers? Right. He mostly liked to fire people. Right.
That's what he became famous for.
He has the mantra for that.
He
likes to say that, and they don't want to fire nobody. I get firing people if they're not doing the job right. I get that. I'm all for that.
Right.
Go do something better. Go into another field.
Right.
Maybe this was not for you.
Not for you, right.
But the way he says it sometimes, I think that's what burns people because it's like, you're fired. Just get the fuck out of here.
Right. Like he doesn't care about you, right.
When there should be an exit strategy. Look, man, this shit didn't work out for you. You know what I'm saying? That's the part where I say taking care of your people and then they take care of you. Right. If somebody got fired but they was taken care of, I feel like they would be like, nah, I loved working for that company. Right. But I
fucked up. I didn't
make the cut.
I didn't make the effort. Right.
You know what I'm saying? If they knew they were being taken care of and they just fell short. You know what I'm saying? But if you just firing people not really explaining that. Right. But that's the people we're dealing with as our choices. Correct. You know what I'm saying? And then so I didn't feel like we had any good choices anyway. No. So, I'm impartial to however anybody else
is here's feeling. Here's the thing. This is something I thought about earlier. There's a lot of people in this truther movement that know better because we've been doing the research, we've been understanding, we've been talking about these things like this with each other for the last 4 years, right? And so we didn't vote at all. We don't give a fuck about it. We're done playing in the circus. I'm not going to the circus anymore because if I keep going to the circus, then I become a clown. You know what I mean? So we understood that, and so we backed off. But here's the weird part about that, right? is if a lot of us backed off like that, how the fuck did we still hit record numbers? Who the fuck's voting? Where the fuck is the voting coming from if you've got a few million people in the country who decided fuck all this bullshit? It's not worth it. You know what I mean?
Either they still,
or they still voted and tried to act like they didn't. I don't know. I don't know how that works. You know what I mean? But
or they used the vote.
Right.
They used the vote regardless if you voted or not.
They use the platforms like this to make money and do things and right.
What I'm saying is, we all know that. Well, I know that is bullshit, and I saw it firsthand. I wish I could have whipped my phone out quick enough to fucking catch the shit on the goddamn screen, but I didn't.
Right.
But when I took my son to get his driver's license back in fucking
2 years ago,
it was probably
about 2 years, within the 2 years, maybe.
No, this was a while back. I think it was during 2020, so about 3 years ago.
Okay.
So I remember going in there, and when the guy pulled up his information, like put his social in, some fucking random dude's name came up.
Because they were
they had a fucking address somewhere.
Because they were using them.
I'm looking at the fucking screen like, yo,
using them as a voter.
Why would anything come up when they put that social in?
He has nobody.
That social should be brand new, right?
Right. Oh, that's right, because he was only like 18 then.
You're 18 years old. You're just now going to get your license. That's when they register you to vote. That's when they ask you about, do you want to be registered to vote? That's whenever they do that shit. When you get your fucking license or your ID.
Someone else's information was in there.
Under that social.
Right.
I'm looking at the social.
It's on the screen.
It's the social.
It's on the screen.
I know what the social is. I'm looking at the social, and I see another name and another address attached to that.
Right.
And I'm like, that's not him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the person had a voter party.
Right.
Connected to it.
Right.
I saw I don't know, I think it was Republican or some shit.
Right.
And I'm looking at this shit, and all of a sudden it kind of froze up. So dude had to restart the computer.
Right.
So he cuts it off. So that screen goes away. And I'm like, I
Disappears.
just saw that.
Right.
Now I have no proof.
Yeah.
I could just be making this shit up right now.
Could
you know what I'm saying?
Could be.
I would be a fucking genius if I just make that shit up. No, man, I saw this shit. So I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? So he rebooted the computer, came back up. Motherfucker that did it thought it was weird.
He even thought it was weird.
He was like, yeah, why is that showing? No, it doesn't want.
Right. You tapped into the voter system and didn't realize it.
Maybe it was a glitch in the computer.
Right.
But if there's glitches in the computer,
what does that tell you?
does that tell us?
What does that tell us?
Bomb drop.
What does that tell us, right? See, these are the things we've been talking about. But the thing is if we're not talking to each other, if we're not learning stories like this, if we're not listening to the real people, then what the fuck? We're just listening to politicians? They're the only ones that can tell us what's real and what's not? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's where everybody's caught up. He said it out his mouth, and you believed him? She said it out her mouth, and you believed her? You see what I'm saying? Like these are the things we have to think about.
Right.
You know, because we'll sit here and say these things to each other, but we don't hold them to the same values. What the fuck is that?
Yeah. Straight up. That's when I knew it was phony. So I was like, me voting don't make no sense.
Yeah.
If I can go in here and tell that they're using my kids' socials to vote,
they're gonna make it go.
They have to be using them at this point.
So yeah, so I didn't.
For me, for what I saw.
So put it like this: I didn't physically vote in this election, but I probably digitally did, and there's the problem. You see what I'm saying?
That's what you just alluded to was how does the numbers stay the same for voter wise?
Right. When there's a lot of people.
When there's a lot of people choosing not to even fucking vote.
To even fuck with it. See what I'm saying? Think about it. The numbers don't add up. And look at the numbers.
The math ain't mathing.
Right, the math ain't mathing.
And then you look at the shit you told me the other day. Whenever apparently the liberal the liberal women. Did we talk about this?
No, go ahead.
The liberal women we hear, the word on the street is
word on the street.
They ain't giving out no pussy
right?
because
Shaving their heads.
dudes didn't go out and vote. I guess
They voted
Not
against
enough.
their rights.
Right.
They feel like they're under attack. So they're like, we're not going to even deal with this at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you don't want to give out pussy
Right.
because of an election. That
Right.
shit is weird, my
Right.
nigga.
And they're not part of a code, obviously.
Like, why would that be your go to? You're gonna withhold pussy?
Well, here's the thing.
How does that change politics?
They shave their heads and withholding pussy, right? All they got to do now is put on the red robe and the white hat, and they're in. They made themselves into Handmaid's Tale at this point.
This shit is weird.
They
man.
said Trump was going to do that to them. They did it to themselves.
wow.
What the fuck just happened?
And then this plays out, and I'm sitting there like, yo. And then so I look up the numbers because I think it's weird for someone to say this. You look up the numbers,
Go look it up.
and the liberal women that voted, they voted
Like 72% or something, right? Or more.
No, the liberal white women voted 47% to 52%. This is white women.
Right.
Most of them, is liberal.
Right.
The black women, 97,
Percent.
92
Like, yeah. It was huge.
to 8% of them voted
Against Trump. Right?
against Trump.
Right.
So they pulled up on the block.
That's what they said.
Why didn't white women pull up on the
They
block?
didn't. They're still 50-50.
And even Spanish women, I think it was 61 to like 40 something.
Right.
As far as those
Right.
women. So that
So
means
Spanish women pulled up for
Spanish
Trump.
women majority pulled up. Black women majority pulled up. White women did not pull up.
Right.
That's why y'all lost the election. That's
Boom.
why whoever was supporting, and I'm not on either side.
Because the liberal movement fucked them up.
That's why y'all lost the election.
Yeah. The liberal movement fucked white women up, man. That's some shit. They don't know how to fucking think right now because they're so fucked up. Because think about it. This movement of women doing this shit, it's not black women. They're not shaving their heads and doing that shit. It's all liberal white women. You're right. I didn't even think about it that way at first.
And it's mostly white women
Right.
that voted for Trump. So this is your group.
Right.
That's your group. Your group is the white women category.
Right.
Whether you're
Yeah.
for Trump or not for Trump,
According to their numbers.
y'all numbers voted for Trump.
Right.
So if you want to be mad at anybody, you
Right.
can't withhold pussy from black people and white people. I mean, black people and Spanish people.
Right.
You got
They showed up for y'all.
You got to withhold pussy from white women and I guess white guys. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Well, that's pretty much what it is.
That's your enemy.
But who's
They don't even know who their real enemy is.
Here's the thing: if you're a man of color, who's dating a woman like that?
Probably not that many.
There's not a lot anyway. So
Probably not that
the
many.
dating pool has not really changed for me.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's just an idea of what they
I
said.
mean, if I was dating,
Yeah,
But, you know,
what they said is like it's crazy. Like that's how you take it. That's how you pulling up on the block. You just
Right.
gonna withhold pussy.
they created their own shit.
I don't get it.
It's like, yeah.
That's why you got suicide rates with the young white men because they're not getting no pussy.
Boom.
Y'all not even fucking your men. Yo.
Well, here's the thing too, though. If they withhold that action, guess what else does? Well, then there's no more abortions. We're good with it, right?
Yeah,
abortions. You fixed it. You fixed abortions now too. So you see what I'm saying? So there's always
You're right.
good things that happen as well.
You're right. Being that y'all made that decision, yeah, there'll be less abortions.
Boom. Already helping. See what I'm saying? Already making it work. I get it.
Withhold that pussy.
Makes sense to me.
Less abortions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo,
Because they're the ones who wanted abortions as well. You see what I'm saying? They're the same people who were into that. So it's like, now you've fixed your own problem. Yeah, just keep your legs closed.
so y'all actually winning. Y'all winning.
They're
when it comes to
winning
that.
right now. Yeah.
So you can't really bring up that argument because you're winning it.
What's the other biggest argument for that too, though, was they're mad that it was a racist situation. You didn't want a black woman to be president. That's a big thing everybody was saying. They just don't want, just like the liberal, like the people who voted for Harris, they blame Trump for being a racist, and the Trump supporters for being racist.
But they can't even use that argument because 8 years ago, they had the opportunity to do that.
Whoa.
And
True.
it was a white woman.
True.
So you can't even bring up race.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You had a white woman, then you had a black woman.
Right.
They both ran against Trump.
And we voted
Trump
for
liked
neither.
to beat up on women. That's what I heard.
They said that too. They said he's 2-0 on women right now.
Yeah, why y'all keep voting for a woman beater?
Up. Right.
He's a wife beater.
Damn, that's how you put it together, right? He's a woman beater.
Yo, and y'all keep voting this dude in.
That's a true statement at this point. He's beaten 2 women. That's
to get his election.
Yeah.
That's crazy shit.
They keep playing this game. You know what I mean? But the other part is, right, what I was going with this. They want to say you didn't vote for the black woman, right? You just didn't want a black woman to be president. Well, here's the other thing, right? If everybody was worried about a black vote of some sort, why did y'all not get behind Cornel West? Cornel West had the independent vote, and he was a black candidate, and all his policies
I was waiting
were
for that
about
steam.
black people.
Yo, that steam.
Where the fuck were y'all at then?
That steam that he was coming out with in the very beginning I think is when they first started talking about now we're running for office, he was in there talking shit.
Right.
Like right at that moment.
Yeah. Go look up his policies. Go look up his policies and then sit there and feel bad about yourself because you didn't get behind his shit either.
Right.
So don't play this fucking game of racial. You can't. Because there was a black candidate that was very fucking qualified, but nobody got behind him.
Educated.
Right. Nobody got behind him.
Understands
you see what
politics has done to our society as a whole.
Right.
Like you could get behind this dude.
Yeah.
But y'all, they want to choose the fucking degenerates.
Right.
Like to me, like I'm looking at
well, that was something
a group of degenerates up here. Like, how the fuck? Who?
Because I was saying to somebody the other day, I said, look, the reason a woman hasn't become president yet is because there hasn't been a real woman up there. See what I'm saying? The real women have not been up there. They gave us 2 puppets.
Yo.
What the fuck?
Yo,
you falling for that?
Yeah, one of the reasons women didn't like Hillary that I remember reading about and like hearing about was because I know this is gonna sound crazy because I think it was a bigger reason. They act like there was a bigger reason over here, but it really was this little reason over here. You know what I'm saying?
Outshine it with
they tried to make
stupid.
it show like it was about the emails and the hacking and her not sending the people to Benghazi and all that shit. I was out there for Benghazi.
Right.
What they didn't tell you was,
boom, get them.
Like 20 embassies got hit in that time frame whenever Benghazi got hit.
All at the same time.
It wasn't just Benghazi.
All at the same time.
That shit they shielded from.
It was a coordinated attack.
From the propaganda in the media in America.
Right.
I saw that when I got back. I was like, damn, why are they only talking about Benghazi?
Because you was out there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because when I was out there, it was like, Benghazi was like just one of the joints that got hit.
Right.
And it was, and I remember the backstory to it. It was literally only about these people got upset because of the people in Florida making that video about fucking
Islam,
Muhammad. It was a spin-off funny movie and they was doing it in America
because they actually showed a character.
And they said if y'all play that movie, we hitting them fucking them embassies.
Right. And they played it.
That's what happened, and that was on the news. And people looked past that and went back to she didn't send enough troops. She didn't do this. She knew this could have happened. Motherfucker, she explained that.
Right.
I'm sending the troops. They won't get there till this date. But this is gonna pop off if that pop off, and it popped off. Now they spinning this other tune, and I'm sitting there like, yo, this shit crazy. But that was the bigger issue they tried to say it was. But really, what I heard it really was.
What was it really? Give it to me.
What it really was.
Don't tease me.
Was that the fact that whenever she got caught, when Bill was sucking Monica was sucking Bill's dick.
Whoa, was you there?
No. We all know that.
You almost sound like you had some inside information.
We all know that. We all kind of know that probably happened. Just the way his response was.
Right.
But like at the same time, we don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But his response says we kind of know. But because she didn't like be
pop off.
on some like, yo, the fuck, I'm
right.
leaving you, I'm divorcing you. That shit would have been epic if she would have divorced him, bro.
Then she would have won the election, right?
And then ran.
Oh, she would have won
She
the
probably
fucking
would have won
election.
then.
That makes fucking sense.
Yes.
I'm in.
That's the little
That
thing.
makes fucking sense.
And that's why they didn't like her.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't like her.
Yeah. Because she didn't fucking stand up for herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. I can see that. Because, yeah, looking back, if she would have fucking divorced that dude and then fucking ran for president, she would have fucking had it. Everybody.
Every woman voted.
Everybody would have loved
They'd
it.
have been like, I love that shit.
Yes. We would have got outvoted by the women.
I said, yeah.
We'd have got outvoted by the women at that point.
That's why I was like, her running, she's not gonna get it.
Damn, that's a crazy theory, but I like it.
Right.
I like it.
Straight up, bro. I did my research. I read this shit, man.
Yeah.
In multiple places. Like I might look like what I look like, but I be reading, man. I be
But
like,
that's the thing. That tells us that
Yeah.
we weren't in the wrong timeline.
right.
We're in the timeline where all this shit had to happen to get us right here. We wouldn't be here.
To able to give you this evidence,
Right.
you know, and talk about it. I don't know, man. My mind remembers shit like that. You never know. I might be a vessel being used just to say this type of shit.
But that's the idea.
Wake motherfuckers up.
Yeah. This fucking election was a red pill. It's waking motherfuckers up to the circus.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yo, whenever you said the circus earlier, yeah, I know we getting high. I started thinking, yo, like when you go to the circus, yeah, it's like you're playing that fucking game with the ping pong ball. You're trying to get it in the bottles.
Yeah. And it's just
It never fucking gets in those
right. It's
bottles.
like bunk, 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 bunk,
Because you know why it never gets in those bottles? Because they use specific bottles.
Right.
That when that ping pong ball hit it, it's gonna
it
bounce
just
off.
bounces right off. Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta almost
You have to
swish.
hit it
You gotta hit it
perfect.
swish.
Yeah.
And the hole is so small that the probability that you're gonna get it in there.
The ball is probably just small enough to make it in there at a perfect angle, and then you're never going to hit that angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost impossible. I mean, I've seen people do it randomly. It's going to happen.
It's gonna happen.
And
like,
it has to happen.
It's
every
gonna
now and
happen
again.
like a fucking like the odds of
Right.
like, I was looking at this science shit. They said the odds of like for instance they say like the Milky Way galaxy is I think this their shit. It's colliding with
Oh, yes, I heard about this.
the Andromeda galaxy.
Yep.
So, but as they slide, as they collide, they're saying that the galaxies
mixing.
are so big.
They're mixing.
And I mean, like, and there's so much space in between the planets and the exoplanets and the dwarf planets and the moons that
Nothing's going to
nothing would normally hit each other. They would just pass through each other.
Right.
But then it's like you catch them in their contradiction because it's like if they're coming towards each other, what did they say is at the center of a galaxy?
The star.
A collapsed star, a big black hole, right?
At the center of
At
every
the very
galaxy.
center of the galaxy, that's what's supposed to be there.
Right.
So that gravitation is what's causing them to even come close to each other in the first place.
So their thing, they're just going to pass through each other.
How does that work?
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I'm with you.
Wouldn't they join,
Yeah.
become a bigger black hole, and then become a bigger
And just become a bigger galaxy? Oh, maybe that's the deal.
But they're saying
Maybe that's
it would
the
never
thing.
happen. It would never collide. It would just become a bigger galaxy.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like,
Maybe that's the upgrade. That's the next
and
level
then
up.
some of them are saying they would fling off from each other.
Now it's going to spin us out of fucking control?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing right now?
Some
We're
shit
in
gonna
chaos?
get spinned out.
Yeah.
Some shit gonna fucking stay.
Right.
Shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And this is all theories from people who have never been there.
These are all theories for fucking scientists.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
From
when you
people
start to
who've
know
never been
that they don't have no fucking clue what the fuck is gonna happen when these things fucking.
They're just so confused. They give you something and you believe it. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Welcome to science.
Yeah. That's bullshit.
And that was my TED Talk.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We're just making shit up and people are listening. That's all it is.
Yo, I caught it so many times on them science things, especially because some reason, like when I open my Google, a lot of times it'll show me some science shit.
Right.
So it'll be like a new moon discovered or a new.
It always
comet
pops up
coming
in some shit like that, right?
So I read that shit.
Yes. It always pops
And then
up in
it tells me some wild shit about the Oort cloud. That, yo, based on like how I theorize it in my own head,
Right.
the motherfuckers would have to collide, but they wouldn't blow up. But shit would get fucked up in the making of that. That's how I think about it.
Energies, two forces coming together have to do something, right?
Right. Then most time.
Wait. Unless we don't understand frequencies.
Unless we don't understand trajectory.
Well,
I think it's trajectory. Like the angle that they're colliding at. Well, like depending on if they collide at
right. I got you.
Depending on how they collide at an angle, they may form one thing.
Right.
But they may collide at an angle where they just touch each other and spin off.
Right.
I'm thinking something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because of the trajectory they're coming in at.
Right. And if we're thinking in the 3D terms, yes. But what if it's energy and realms, dimensions? You see what I'm saying? So when they come together, they're never going to touch each other because they're not even in the same dimension. Mm-hmm. They're in the same reality, the same realm. They're just not in the same dimension. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So they're never going to, like they say right now, there's stuff happening around us right now, but we don't see in those dimensions. You see what I'm saying? And I'm talking about like spectral light and, visual light, different lights that are happening around us right now. There's stuff happening in that. We just can't see it because based on the human body, we don't have that capability.
Well, because of the blocking of our pineal glands and
right.
things of those natures, those things were helping us in a certain distant past,
right,
to see into these other dimensions at some point, like depending on I'm talking about ancestry,
right.
But we have been dumbed into like a solid form. Mm. So that's why we roam in the third.
Right.
The third dimension is a solid form.
Right.
Like for instance, like once you hit the sixth dimension, the ninth dimension, those are gonna be
light forms,
crazy forms that we don't understand, but we'll understand. We will never understand.
It's just consciousness at that point.
But we'll understand it once we're at that moment.
Right.
So and then it combines like that, the 369 type shit.
Right,
so like
right,
the third dimension is this. We're in the physical.
Mm. Well, I had it was a couple shows back. Me and BDot talked about that. I don't know if I might have mentioned part of it to you, but it was like I was just talking, and he said, when you talk about the 369, it's talking about densities, right? So it comes where first density is solid objects with no soul, nothing going on here, right? Mm-hmm. Just first dimension. Second dimension is now consciousness. It starts consciousness, animals. You know what I mean? Things that can actually have consciousness, but don't actually have like a physical body, the level of consciousness we have. They're more of a program. A cat's just programmed to do a cat.
Right.
It doesn't really know how to do much more.
Correct.
Than what
It doesn't have a soul.
Right. So in that sense.
It has a spirit.
Correct.
But not a soul.
Has a spirit, but not a soul. Right.
Those are different things.
Third level density, right, is what this is, like you just said.
Right.
This is third level density. We have a soul. We're connected. Then when you go into 5 density, right, or 4, fourth density is what they call hell. Mm. And that's why we have to move through it to get to 5th density, right? So then 5th density is, shit, I totally forgot what he was saying. But he goes all the way up. Let me see if I can pick apart. I fucking lost it. So 5th density is supposed to be like, is heaven. That's what it is. 5th density is then heaven. That's why you got to go through hell to get to heaven. Mm. That's why they say that kind of shit, right? So then after that, you go to 6th dimension. 6th dimension is, so I said
it's going to be a special one.
Then I said hell was angels.
Yeah, it's going to be a special one.
Yes, so 6th dimension was angels.
It's on the 3 concept.
Right.
Threes.
Right. So the 6, that's what it was. So 6 was angels. Angels are that realm, and then they're over those 4 realms, right? So
correct.
That works, right? Or those 3 realms, right?
Yeah.
And how we're over the bottom 3 realms, right?
That's right. Your 2 dimension, your 1 dimension. We can manipulate those things.
Correct.
That's what video games are. That's
right.
what books are.
Correct.
That's what all of that is. We can manipulate
1D,
as we're 3D dimensional beings, so we're
3D creators.
We can manipulate. Mm-hmm. That's drawing. Mm-hmm. That's art. That's lines on a graph, on a paper.
Right.
One plane, up, down. That's it. across up, down. We can understand that. 2 dimension, same shit. Up, down, left.
Length and width. Yeah.
You get a little bit more.
Right. Length and width.
But it's flat. It has no depth. Because it has no depth.
3D creates the depth.
We can manipulate things with no depth.
Right. Exactly.
And we can make it even seem like it has depth. Because we're in the 3rd dimension. We roam in that existence.
Right. We create in this existence, right? And so when you go from 6th now, you go to 7th. So 6th was angels. 7th is your ascended masters. Your Jesuses, your Buddhas, your all those different things, you know what I mean? All the ascended masters that we talk about. Ra and, whatever. All these ascended masters, they sit in 7th density. That's why they can project themselves to where we're at to talk to us and tell us things, and you know what I mean? Because they sit up there.
They're able to do that.
Right.
To beam it in.
They can beam it down right there like that because that's that consciousness. That's how strong that consciousness is. Then 8th density is your Holy Spirit.
Where we need to be.
Right. Correct. That's mind frame,
exactly
right?
where we need to be. And we can skip all those other steps and get there if we hit that point. That's what the Bible's talking about.
Correct.
That's exactly what Jesus was talking about.
That's
People
Holy
are not
Spirit.
understanding that.
Holy Spirit.
Like when you hit that point, that means you can manifest things for yourself. That means you can always walk in a positive light because you're not judging others.
Right.
You're not worried what others think about you.
Yep.
You're just trying to be a positive light.
Yep. Just a positive light in the world. That's
You know what I mean?
That's what we are here at Awkward Intelligence. We're just a positive light.
But the thing is, in the 3rd dimension, we live in sin.
Right.
So it makes it hard.
Correct. And we have free will.
We live in a place of sin.
We have free will.
And sin comes around you all the time. And
Temptation.
If you deal with it, then you're not hitting that light, that light moment. See, it all comes back around. These things are all when you read enough books, you'll see that all these things are in the books.
It all intertwines.
And then you know which ones are real and which ones are fake. No,
Right.
That's bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
that's
some
the
of them
thing.
are just stories.
I know why that's there.
Right. Some
know
of
what
them
I'm
are
saying?
hiding the information. Some of them are put there to be disinformation. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's all that. But like he's saying, when you start to recognize what really matters, you use your discernment, you're able to tell which ones are the right ones to pay attention to. You start to learn that over time, and that's, it's a progress of things you got to do to get there, So let me finish that part. So 8 was your Holy Spirit, and then 9 is just pure consciousness. That's where it all comes from. It's just pure consciousness ready to beam itself through any of those densities to do whatever it needs to do. You see what I'm saying? That was the deal. Damn. Lost it on that one.
I get it. My pure consciousness was telling me to cough.
Right. He's like, breathe, brother.
Yo, sometimes the truth hurts, man.
Yeah. But that's like a way to look at the densities. You see what I'm saying? And so obviously that's why everybody keeps trying to say we're trying to go to 5D, 5 density. Because that's heaven. That's the idea. But we got to go through hell to get back to heaven.
Right.
We've always been there. We just dropped down to do this.
At this moment. For right now. So we can change that whole outcome and say, wow, look at that.
Yep.
Look at that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let's get it, bro.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like, so we can say, check it out. This how you do that there. How they do that there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Remember
Some
that
shit
one?
like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Shout out Young Bleed.
shit. Yeah, we gonna surpass it, man. Moving in the right frequency.
Yeah.
That's what we talked about in that
That's-
song. Keep your energy. Yo, promoting the album.
Promoting the album.
Album coming out soon.
IMG PPE album coming
It's
together.
a collabo, you know what I'm saying? Giving it to y'all real, man. This one gonna be a
play y'all
banger.
something.
This one gonna be a banger.
Yeah.
I'm already feeling it. I done played it like probably 20 times. and the crazy part is about nowadays is I don't mix everything. like when I used to mix everything and have to listen to songs for quality and shit.
Right.
I used to think, man, like by the time I was done with that, I used to think like, I've heard this song so many times, I'm tired of it.
Right. By the time it actually comes out, you're done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've heard it so much.
So by the time I put it out, I'm like, man, I heard that shit so many times. Because I've been mixing it all the time. But now with this one, because we all sharing the load and it's easier to mix, we got better shit going on, we got better quality, and it's fast. I might do my part, forget I did my part, come back, we mix master it.
Right,
I barely heard it.
Right. Come back a week later, it's like a whole nother song.
It's a whole new song to me.
Right.
I'm sitting there listening to, and then I'm listening to the whole thing. I'm like, damn, the whole thing's almost done.
Right.
It used to take months to get a whole thing done.
Right. Start mixing.
You gotta fucking cut the fuck. Yo, y'all don't understand the struggle, man, of an engineer, man. Back then, we had to cut that shit and move parts like intricately.
And we didn't have.
Then the mic sucked.
Right. We didn't have the same type of Pro Tools or anything. So it's like you're using a different program to move shit around. It don't have notes and steps and grid and you know what I mean? It was like, it's just, you just had to fucking wing it.
You just winging this shit.
Yeah. You know, so you just had to get good at listening to the music and understanding it, you know?
I think my first album, bro, it probably took me 8 months to mix, like 8 months, solid months.
Playing with
to mix it,
changing it, fixing it, re-recording or whatever, you know, doing different things that
most of my shit today, I get it to like that quality within like 2 days.
Right. Right.
I'm like, damn, that's
well, it's past that quality by when it's recorded at this point. You know,
even it's that good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that.
And it's just tightening it up. It's just tightening it up at this point.
I think this shit gonna bang out the frame.
Right.
Like I'm listening to it, man. The beats go into each other good. Like Like it sounds like they were made for each other.
Nice.
Shit like that.
I haven't even listened to it that
like it feels like an album. Like a fucking
it's your album's album.
Like you know, like some of your best albums you ever heard, you know how the songs go into each other and they
everything
like,
just
I like this whole album.
It sounds like one piece.
Right.
A masterpiece.
Right. I'm like, it's feeling like that. It's gonna be a masterpiece.
I walked him into that one. That was an alley-oop.
Yeah. Straight up, man. That's how we do. We toss these threes out there, you know what I'm saying? If it's not a three, it's an alley-oop. You know what I mean? That's how we do this shit.
But yeah, we wanted to play some more of that to give you listeners a chance to hear stuff before it comes out.
Ooh,
see what I'm saying? Sneak peeks. Because I'm telling you, look, this is another cool way, right? People, if people are watching the show, they're gonna get stuff like this, and you're gonna know things other people don't know because you're waiting for the album and you have no idea that there's fucking awkward intelligence over here giving out sneak peeks.
Oh shit!
So see what I'm saying? So let's go.
Damn, how you corner the market? How you corner the market like that?
See what I'm saying? Check this out. So this is
crazy.
See what? Let's I was born in the West, but born in the West. Now I live in the East. Got my game from the West, game from the West. Got my game from the West, so I'm quick on my. I was born in Cali, but I was raised in Texas. BMX boys, so young and reckless. We was hopping fences and chasing skirts. We was so naive, just a bunch of flirts. I rejected church, but I was seeking truth. Then I was introduced to that 80 proof. Just dancing with the devil out in them streets. 16 years old, we was packing some heat. Hanging in the alleyway, hanging with my folks. Talking to the OGs, learning them ropes. Alcohol and drugs, we was deep in the game. And I drank a lot of 40s to earn my name. So 25 years, drank thousands of beers. Mentally cloudy, now I'm mentally clear. Intox in your mouth, yeah, I'm bringing it back. IMG and PPE with another slap. I was born in the West, but born in the West. Now I live in the East. Got my game from the West, game from the West. Got my game from the West, so I'm quick on my feet. Nice.
Yep.
So yeah,
that's how you challenge the industry, man.
Little sneak peek.
That's how you challenge the motherfuckers. Like, pull up, nigga, pull up.
Yeah. The IMG PPE album will be coming out at the end of the year. That's the goal.
Straight up. Scrape the plate. We eating out here.
And we got some slappers.
Some slap bangers. Something that slap you in the face. Be like, wake up, goddamn. That's that shit when you sleeping. Like, I feel like I sleep a lot nowadays because I'm older. But I feel like I'm still not that sleeper where it's like you gotta wake him up. Like yo, I'm about to pour some water on this nigga because he don't want to get up.
Like a deep sleeper, not like a deep sleeper.
Bruh. When the party's like if it's a party time or like a good time, I'm up. I'm probably the last motherfucker to go to sleep.
Right.
I always do that, bro. I just feel like that's like my protective mode. Like,
yeah.
Like I'm always the last person to go to sleep.
You just want to make sure everybody else is good.
Yeah.
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 I
Once
got
it
you.
gets quiet, that's when I go
Then
to
you
sleep.
know you can. Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
always been like that.
I got you.
Like when I'm visiting my family or we hanging out.
You want to make sure everybody else
I'll
goes to
stay
sleep.
up and party with everybody. I'm good. But once the party's over, everybody's going to sleep. I make sure everybody's sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now I can go to sleep.
Right.
If somebody's still up, I go kick it with them.
Right.
What's up, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
I'm just playing a video game. I'm doing it.
Right. And just hang out with them for a while, right? Yeah, I got you.
And then I might get tired if they're fucking, this nigga been up all day or
Right.
asleep all day.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You might get to a point.
Like, but he's good.
That's
He's
right.
playing the game.
At some point,
I might sleep in there. While
some
he's-
point you're gonna fall out regardless.
Correct.
So, yeah.
But I like to make sure that
Everyone
everybody's
else
safe.
is safe, right?
I feel like that's like my protection shit that I do.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's
For like the crew or the clan.
right.
Like I'm always that guy that's up last.
Right. Exactly. You just feel like that's a role you play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
And then everybody else play other roles. Like they'll be up in the morning doing shit. Motherfuckers
Right.
are going. That's
There's certain ones that get up in the morning and start breakfast and
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And
Cooking and
right.
shit.
Everybody
everybody's
plays a
doing their
role.
little part. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all I mean, that's the thing, you know what I mean? Like with our OBX trips and stuff like that. See, you can contest to this too. Is like when we're doing it's like this house is like 10 rooms, 3 or 4 levels, you know, all this different shit, kitchen upstairs, kitchen downstairs, grills outside, you know what I mean? And it's all just functioning. Like there's no struggles, there's no bullshit, there's no, you know, because everybody plays a role. We're not all doing it ourselves.
Somebody's cooking one day.
Right.
Someone's going fishing.
Right.
Somebody's taking us out. We going to activity. Somebody want to do, I don't know, shit. It might be nothing. It might be going to the grocery store.
Right.
It might be going to the lighthouse to see the horses or whatever.
Right.
Just vacationing. Like, we know this spot cool. Oh, we just going to go on the beach and chill.
Right.
Or we just going to sit in the house, talk shit, and fucking play spades and
Right.
jam music.
Right. But the same people cooking are not the same people cleaning. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like I said, and then if you see a mess, fix the mess.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Always kind of clean up as you go, and you know what I mean? And different things. So it's like everything's just functioning. You know what I mean? And nobody's really having to worry about a lot. You know what I mean? And everyone's eating. Everybody's got snacks. Everybody, you know, anything in the fridge is wide open. There's no matter what time it is.
Go eat.
Go eat. If you need
Fix you a sandwich.
Fix you a sandwich, you know? And if other people are up, fix a couple of sandwiches and offer them out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, just be cool with everybody.
Chilling.
Like, live it.
That's called chilling, man.
It's called chilling. Yeah.
Like, you guys, when you take vacations, you should be chilling. Your vacation shouldn't be
So stressful. And, you know, you're all worried about what you're going to do and this and that and da-da-da. What's the weather going to be like? It's like, just live. Just have a good time. Enjoy each other's company, you know? And like I said, when you're there and everybody, you know, has good energies, you want to do for everybody. It just feels cool to be able to go, hey, I'm going to go make some food and this is going to feed everybody.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to get to
Yo,
taste this.
I plan for it when we go.
Yeah.
Like I literally sometimes I'll go to the Amish market
Right?
and I get like good shit. Like I'm like, I know. You know what's crazy is I went to the Amish market, bro, recently, and they have expanded.
Yeah, it's like a whole fucking grocery store now.
Oh, it is a grocery store, but like, but it's like they pass it off like they're making like all of this stuff themselves, like, and they got a lot of shit.
Right.
Like they got like
so it's not like fresh anymore.
Oh, it's fresh. It looks fresh.
No, I'm just saying.
Like from the butcher shop, you can see the dudes in the back cutting shit. It's fresh. The cheese looks real. Like they're really making this cheese.
They're churning the shit out of that butter, huh?
The cakes,
Right. All baked
up,
fluffy and right.
They're not coming.
you.
They're not even coming out of a fucking
Right.
manufacturing plant.
Right. Pies.
They got
There's only fucking so many fucking strawberry pies. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, yo, the Amish is doing this.
This is what they've been doing it forever.
Why the fuck aren't we doing this?
We could be selling food. We just don't.
Like, how much? I need to know this. Now I want to, like, I'm just being honest. I want to go see where the fuck they live.
If you gotta follow
so I
them,
can see if it matches up with what I'm seeing in the fucking Amish market. Like, where y'all getting all these cows from, bro?
they just have.
Where y'all
pastures.
getting all these pigs from,
They
bro?
have pastures.
Where y'all getting all
Pastures.
this chicken from, bro? Right. Where you getting all the salt to make shit with?
Well, they're trading with people, I'm sure.
Where are you getting the sugar?
Yeah, I'm sure they're trading with people
to make these pies.
They can go to the store.
Where are you getting the wheat to make this bread and these? Where
they can buy these things.
Like, where are you getting all this from?
Yeah. They're buying it from other. There's probably other Amish people that have certain shit, and they're trading with.
I want to see where they live, though.
Yeah.
Because where they live,
there's a network.
They're doing this.
Network of shit.
If they're doing this in their own little communities, that's the way we're supposed to be doing this shit.
Yes, they're living closer to the land with nature. They're living closer to nature than any of us. Yeah, I'd agree. Because when you really look at it, they don't have all the fucking bad frequencies around because they don't really carry a lot of phones or anything. They might have one or two nowadays. I'm sure they're probably like, they got to keep up for fucking, in case some shit goes down. They probably want to hear about it. You know what I mean? But like I said, but it's not like everybody has them. They probably just have a few. They probably could use them here and there or whatever. I'm sure they've modernized some of their shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But because they don't have it around them, they're not around so much of the negative shit, and they're probably not out there being negative with each other. You know what I mean? So they're living more, and they don't have as many diseases. Their kids don't have as much autism. All I'm saying is look into it.
Yo, when I go in there, the little Amish girls, when they selling you shit, you can tell they're underage. Yeah. But they work registers.
Right.
And this is the crazy part. That used to just be them in the Amish market.
Just the kids?
Just the kids, the younger kids. And most of the time, it's like a female that's doing the fucking register.
Right.
I don't know. The dudes, I think most of the time they be in the back on the butcher shop type shit. Right? So, like, when you go there, they always was just cool. Just say what they said. So you're the shit. Mm-hmm. Now they got, like, workers in there.
Like, they're hiring people. They're growing.
Like there was like a black kid in there.
Yeah.
It was like a white dude. You can tell they're not fucking them because they're not wearing the same clothes.
It's probably a fucking corporation at this point, and they're just fucking running it. Yeah.
Remember the Amish? They would wear their same little outfit.
Yeah. Yeah.
She got the little fucking.
It's Handmaid's Tale the way they want to fucking play.
It'd be that shit. So
Handmaid's Tale shit.
Ours, right there, check this out. Maybe it was an upgrade in the Matrix.
Ooh.
Like, remember when you played the video game? You go in it and it'd be the NPC. Then all of a sudden you beat the game. You can play it through another mode, and the person serving you some shit might be a zombie or some shit. It'd be weird shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's some shit like that in the Matrix. It's just a switch of how it looks now.
Right.
Because back then it only was, like I said, it'd be like 15, 16-year-old girls who's giving you the money
I see what you're
in the
saying.
Fucking little basic shit.
We're leveling up.
Right. But now you seeing other people in there with them.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
I see. I think I see what you're saying now. And I'm going to say that because there's been a couple of websites lately, right, that I use for different things with the show and stuff. And they don't have a lot. There was certain parts of it that didn't have options. It was like gave you like 2 options, and they're just whatever.
Right.
I wish I had more options here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, said that for a while. It's been a while since I said that, and I was like, it just felt like they're not innovating, they're not changing, nothing's happening. You know what I mean? We're just the same options for the last year. Right. But just within the last week,
right,
both those websites now have upgraded options.
Right.
And so I'm like, we timeline shift.
Right.
And when we timeline shift like last week,
things changed.
Yeah. And now I'm seeing it because now I'm catching websites and different things.
That's what I'm saying.
Apps that are updated all of a sudden.
I started thinking about it.
I'm like, I don't remember doing any of this.
And that's like on the Amish shit again.
Yeah.
So that goes back
to that.
I'm like, how are they
seeing higher vibrations?
How are they getting all this food there? Are they using trucks? Right. Because back when I used to go, they were still on the little horse and carriage shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they literally, you would see the dude on fucking 198.
Here's the thing. Once
going to the west.
Once they start making enough money, they can hire trucks. You see what I'm saying? They don't have to drive them; they can hire them. You know what I mean?
But I don't know how much of that. Like how much of that? What did they even like? This is another question. What do the Amish need money for? If they just live off the land,
to buy wood, to build shit and stuff like that, they probably can't.
Can't get enough wood out there.
They wouldn't be able to get enough wood probably.
They didn't took all the wood in the area.
Yeah, so they probably got to go buy wood. Got to buy nails. They got to buy hammers.
They can grow more wood, bro. I just drove through Fort Meade. Mm-hmm. Yo, I gotta tell you that shit.
And they take trips.
How much time we got?
These motherfuckers take trips.
I got another story.
Yeah, they'll pay for trips.
This happened the other night.
They'll go places.
The other night, bro, I fucking ride out. I'm gonna connect it to the Amish shit.
I got you.
But the other night I go out.
Just dipping.
No, I'm door dashing.
You're dashing.
I'm door dashing.
Okay,
right?
so you're not dipping, you're dashing.
I'm dashing. I do a couple hours dashing and shit. Or I go to do a couple hours. It wasn't even a couple hours, like an hour and a half, man. I don't be fucking do that shit for long. I just fuck with it. So like, I'm out that bitch, right? I drive to the Fort Meade area because it's saying it's busy and I got the credentials, right? Mm-hmm. I get up there. I'm like, I just want to park at this Royal Farms and just start from here. It won't let me activate it. It's like it wanted me to go on post. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to go on post. So I drive on post. Show the ID shit, get on. No problem. So then I'm on post and I'm like, fuck it. Let me go down memory lane.
There it is.
So I fucking just ride to 55th to see what's going on. Nothing.
Pull up. Over.
Everything looks the same.
Yeah.
Same shit, right? So I'm like, all right, whatever. As I'm driving away from there, I remember that's where it's at now. But back in the day, it used to be in this fucking spot right here.
Up by the barracks, right?
No. Off of Ernie Powell.
Mm.
So like, it used to be in this other spot. And that's where the fucking buildings was I first went to after AIT, after you went to Japan and shit.
Mm.
I went there.
Right.
That shit now is fucking tons of trees.
It's not even a building anymore?
No, it's not even a field. It's just trees. It's a wooded area now.
It's a wooded area now. It used to be a building.
It used to be where our fucking building was, the street was, the fucking goddamn fucking where we signed up for formation.
Yeah.
All of this was in this block.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably about a 2-block radius.
Right.
Total.
Right. With all this, everything.
Yeah.
Parking lot and everything.
Yeah. But like now it's just trees.
Right.
That's when I left in 97. 97. When I graduated in 97.
That's where you were at.
Or 98. That was 98.
Yeah,
98. That's where I was at.
You were there.
In the woods.
Right.
Now it's woods.
So, because it's like, yo, you had like the opposite experience because some people go to places and go, man, I remember when this was a field with trees. And you're like, man, I remember when there was a building here. What the fuck kind of shit is that?
Yes.
It's fucking trees now. Nice. Is that like a, what do you call that? Like a reverse? That's a reverse nostalgia.
I'm trying to tell you. Cuz.
Shit's up. Is it upgrading? Is it degrading?
Nigga, the drive got even weirder than that. Cause I'm just getting started.
Right. He's like, oh, that's not even the weird part?
No.
Oh shit, I thought we hit something there.
So then
let's
drive up the block. I ride around. I go all the way to Rockin' Park Gate. So I was like, yo, I know Rockin' Park probably would be open too. Back in the day when I was there, they'd always either keep that one open or Rockin' Park open.
Right.
But I go over there, Rockin' Park ain't even Rockin' Park no more.
It's a whole different road?
No, it's still there. It's still Rockin' Park.
But it's closed,
But it's different. Everything on it is different.
Oh, wait. Was that the one, Rockenbach, was that the one where the old fucking, where you buy clothes and shit was at? Is that that? Is that that? Or was that the other one?
Rockin' Park is the one.
I don't remember.
Rockin' Park is the one by Popeyes. Popeyes.
Oh, down there.
Rockin' Park.
That one. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the far one,
Yeah.
right next to 175.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Now I know where we're at.
Yeah, Rockin' Park. 175 on the NSA side.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Now I'm in.
So that don't even
That don't even look
that
the
don't
same?
even look nothing like what it used to look like.
Did you have to put your ID in and it just let you in? Or how's it work?
Well, when I went to that side,
They search you?
It was already blocking it off because they was closing it down for the night. So they only use one gate on one side and one gate
On 98?
on the other side. Excuse me.
Damn, that shit's fucking you up.
Yeah. Trying to tell this fucking story. I need a hose.
You need an inhaler.
It's that weed, man.
That's what I'm saying. That must have been pretty harsh.
I was not coughing before.
It was taking you out. All right, let's reset.
All right, I got holes going in, right?
We're riding down Rockenbach, and Rockenbach's not the same.
Rockenbach's not the same.
Okay.
I remember because Quinn used to live right there. That's where we used to go party and shit.
Yep.
It was like the house party spot.
Yep.
You used to hit that corner and then you go down Rockenbach. Now that right there at that moment, or right before that moment, that's where the gate is. So they didn't push the gate further up.
Gotcha.
I don't know what that looks like on the other side because I didn't go that way. I go past that.
So they just built different houses over there?
Bro,
Like,
I
what's
go.
the deal?
Yeah, it's just same shit. They got other houses. They just changed
So it
the
looks
construction
different,
of the
right?
road.
It's
Yeah,
just different.
that part's not gonna look like if you go there.
Yeah, I'd
You're gonna be
fucking
like
confused.
I don't remember it looking like this.
Right.
Right.
Unless I'm from the other dimension.
Right. Try it out. We'd have to take a ride over there.
Right, exactly. What do you
Yeah, I'm gonna
see?
show you. Like that shit ain't the same. Remember, you used to come down this road.
Right.
There's a little fire department out back that way too. Now that wasn't there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they got some
got you.
other different shit there now.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I say. So it's all about, so look in your own communities. Look around and see if things are starting to look different. There's growth, there's not growth. That building used to be there. Wait, that used to be a different building. Why the fuck is it? You know what I mean? You'll start looking around, see what you notice.
So I leave from that area. Mind you, I'm still waiting for DoorDash to let me get a fucking.
So we still haven't got to the weird part yet.
No.
Okay.
So I pass that shit. I go to the DoorDash. I'm still looking at it.
Finally hit the DoorDash.
No, I'm still on DoorDash. I've been on DoorDash.
But
Nothing's popping up.
Oh, damn, nobody's eating.
I'm still driving down this motherfucker. So like I go to fucking what the fuck was it?
Towards the PX?
The other side, yeah, that other side of Fort Meade. I'm just driving through Fort Meade
Just
at this
cruising
point,
around looking for deals.
waiting for the fucking DoorDash to pop.
Right.
It told me to go this way. So
It said it was popular.
right. I end up going down fucking a couple of the streets and shit, nothing looking the same. Shit look kind of the same. Shit a little different here. Shit like that. I get to fucking Denfo's. Denfo's parking lot looks like trees are growing in the fucking, like the spots that will always be cut had a little tree in it. They all looking bushy, like no one's taking care of it.
It looks like it's running down.
Yeah.
Just run down.
Through the whole parking lot.
Yeah.
Just there.
And when we built Dimfos, remember that?
Bro.
Yeah, we built that place.
I'm like, maybe it's because we're not here. It's just deteriorating.
It's waiting for us to come back.
Yo, it's crazy, bro. I'm like, yo, why does shit look overgrown in my past places?
The Matrix is falling apart.
Yo, I'm not done, bro. I'm about to fast forward a little bit. So all of a sudden, I keep driving. I see that. Think it's weird.
Right.
I try to go back to the front. Oh, in the middle of that, I go as I'm getting to that part. That spot where DMA they was building them buildings. There's no more golf course, so they got rid of the golf course.
Golf course is gone?
Golf course is gone.
That's houses?
No, it's like two humongous, what look like parking lots.
Parking lots?
I'm saying probably like a 13, 14 story.
Oh, story parking
lot.
To what?
I don't know. It was
How much parking do you need?
It was gated and shit. I'm like, damn, did the NSA buy all this park?
They must have, right?
Because, it's right next to the NSA. I don't know if that's for
that
the
area,
NSA or what.
Yeah. We used to run that motherfucker.
But two gigantic parking lots. I'm like, why do they need this much parking space? Who are they bringing in?
Building up some shit.
I don't know.
Right.
So I thought that was strange.
Yeah.
Kept it moving. We could talk more about that offline.
Right.
Kept it moving. I go to the back. Nobody's still picking up. I was like, fuck.
Still nothing.
So I'm like, fuck Fort Meade.
Right.
So I ride off Fort Meade. As I'm riding down, I get on 175. As I'm riding down 175 going towards the Popeyes.
Yeah.
I hit the Popeyes. Everything's cool. I think I go towards Arundel Mills.
Yep. Towards the mall.
Towards the mall.
Yep.
I'm like, I probably get some hits there.
Come on.
You know what I'm
Gotta
saying?
be somebody buying some fucking noodles.
The minute I get in that area, ping.
Yep.
And that's just the Hanover spot. So
Yeah.
that's right off of Fort Meade. So all of a sudden I get that ping. I get the fucking food from like this Crab Town shit.
Right.
At the mall.
Yep.
I grab the food. It's telling me to go to Laurel. I go all the way to Laurel, 197.
Laurel?
Past the Amish market.
Right.
Just right past the Amish market, you hit the left.
Yep, 197.
I hit this other road. Bam, dropped off the food. Took a picture, jump in the rip. The next order I get
Took you to Fort Meade?
took me to Country Meadows Lane.
Oh, shit. I don't know what that means. No, I'm just kidding.
Bro, that was my apartment.
I know, I was just kidding.
So I'm like, why the fuck
They didn't know that.
is it taking me to places I used to live at? Because I did pass the barracks while I was on Fort Meade.
Right, of course. You did a fucking nostalgic roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, you were like, oh shit, look at all this weird shit going on. It was meant for you to see this shit.
Then all of a sudden, I go to Country Meadows Lane right there. Same. It wasn't the same apartment room, but it was in Country Meadows. I go in Country Meadows, drop off. It was some dude ordered some sushi or some shit. I picked that up, so I dropped that one off.
Sushi.
And I don't know. At this point, I think that's the connection.
That was the link so
three.
far. Right, that was the link so far.
Because it took me like that. Because then I end up, coming back to the studio.
Then you came back.
But I was going to come to the studio, but I was like, no, I can't break the pattern. So I went home and dropped off some shit I had in the car. You know what I'm saying? And I stopped Ubering. I stopped DoorDashing.
Turned it off, yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
Crazy. And then I came to the studio, chopped it up with Black and shit.
Oh, that was the other day.
Yeah.
He told me you came through the other day late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of that shit happened.
You was just out there roaming the land.
Yeah. And I saw all that shit.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, it's crazy.
Yeah. So look around your area, folks, man. There might be shit changing and you're not even noticing. Or you're going to notice and then you're going to go, what the fuck? So, yeah. That's your world changing. That's it, doing it in real time. These are not Mandela effects. These are not glitches. This is you changing things around you as you're fixing it all back up. Let's go.
Yep.
That's what we're doing. You got to remember, every time we timeline jump, every time we move and do these different things, it's the things we've been doing in our dreams and our higher consciousness and things. All those things are just taking effect as we roll forward. And that's why we see those glitches. That's why we see those changes. We're time jumpers. That's who we are. That's what we do.
Trying to say, man.
Time don't exist.
And it just was because I got out. Yo, I think sometimes whenever I just get up and go places, I do go through
Time
portals and shit.
It's true that you could go back there tomorrow and none of that's there. And you just saw a glimpse of some shit.
Right. I'd be like, nah, man, when I came through this motherfucker, it looked like Chirac up in this bitch.
Right. You just saw a different time.
I went through another portal.
Yeah, you might have.
Like, yo, that shit changed already like that again?
That's totally possible. Yeah.
You'll catch shit like that.
Yeah. If you're paying attention.
If you're quick enough and you're watching.
Mm-hmm. If you're quick
I've caught it.
Feet.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I know the election is bullshit.
Right. You caught it.
Saw that glitch. I was like, ooh, glitch. Boom. Let me see it.
Glitch in the Matrix. Yep.
Flag on the play. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And then that came out. It was like stuff like that came out later, and they said that dead people were voting. You know what I mean? They said like there was dead people voting, and you're like, wait a minute, like
they do that.
They're hijacking.
They're still, if you're still asking someone that's deceased, right? I saw that glitch. Mm-hmm. My wife is deceased; she passed away, right? But because they told me I could keep the service how it was. Her name was on that service,
right,
on the phones,
right.
I even paid that bill, but her name was on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
But she when she passed, when I went over there, to figure out that, do I need to switch it over? Do I need to do this? I was like, no, as long as you pay it, you good. Because I was authorized on the shit and everything. Right. I was already paying
authorized user, yeah.
So I was like, just keep it like that then. I'm not even going to touch it.
Yeah.
But now what I get on my phone? Ads coming from the Democratic Party asking if she wants to vote or if she's voting or if she's doing this.
So it's getting the information through something? Is that what you're thinking? Still getting the information?
Why would they be sending that?
Right.
Unless it's still tied into that, because that account never closed.
Right.
So they're still sending that. But why would they send that if they should already know who's not voting, who's deceased, who's not eligible? You would know that, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's the question.
Shouldn't they know that?
Yeah.
Like if I had lost 50,000 voters,
they're gonna probably tell you
because they died last year.
Nobody's sifting through that. They just keep spitting it out. That's what they'll tell you. But they should be doing that. Yeah.
Why would you still be sending it to somebody who's not even there?
Right.
They're not answering that.
Right. But they're using their shit, apparently. That's what everybody's been saying. But that's what I'm saying. So you see stuff like that. Then years later, people talk about it. And then we see evidence of it. And then it's like, how do people still not understand what's happening out here?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and this person's been passed away for almost 6 years now. Mm-hmm. And you're still sending them letters about voting for your party.
Right.
It's been 6 years. How long do y'all do that for?
Right. Forever.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, so somebody purges that record. Yeah, forever. It'll happen forever. That's why I say some people say they get stuff, like when they grow old, they get stuff the rest of their lives eventually from different things. Yeah, people have said that.
Right.
Because you got to remember too, it's only because of the digital age can you be deleted from things. A lot of times back in the day, unless you called them and told them, they'd never assume anything. They just keep sending it.
Right.
Know what I mean? So you would have to, that's what would happen is you get some shit and go, oh shit, I need to call these motherfuckers and tell them what happened. You know what I mean? Because they don't, back then they didn't have the information to even know. So that tells you how fucking ancient is the system they're using.
Correct.
Because it should know.
Right. If I'm a small business owner, I get that. Mm-hmm. I get you got a mailing list.
Right.
You send it out to your people that come to your little restaurant, whatever.
Right. Unless somebody tells me.
Unless somebody knows that person died, you would keep sending your little mailing letters to your mailing list.
Right.
What I'm
Somebody would
saying
have to
is
call it.
these people
Should know better. They have the best systems.
want the numbers to be
They
precise.
have the best system.
They should be trying to make sure that that's precise, right?
Well, here's the thing. If they really gave a fuck about your vote, they would use the best equipment and have the best service. If they really gave a fuck about your vote, don't you think they would take care of that vote? Don't you think they would be a little more, careful with how they do things? Don't you think they'd be a little more transparent and forthcoming if this was really about you?
Yo, how easy is to make the people at the voting registration office, right? Mm-hmm. Or when you go to cast your vote at the polls, just make them wear a little camera that sees who comes in there,
Right.
in the entrance.
Yeah.
That
That's what
first
you have
person
to
you
do.
walk past. So y'all know they can fucking check our fucking facial recognition and all that
Right.
shit.
Got that.
So at this point, you tie that to a vote, one vote, that person.
Right.
We saw him come in, he
Right.
voted.
Then I would just have to put a mask on, though.
You don't even have to show your ID
Yeah.
because you have that information. You know that because you took and made my ID.
Right.
If it matched my ID, then that's me. That's my one vote.
Yeah, but you wouldn't even need ID, right? So, yeah. But you're saying you wouldn't need ID. There's a lot of people
You
who
wouldn't
don't care
need it
about
to go
ID
in there because you already got it.
because the facial
You
recognition.
wouldn't have to show it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you would just get scanned, and then it would pop
Boom.
up and say who you are.
Boom.
Right.
Vote.
So you'd have
Boom.
to
Out the
So
room.
in person. But what about mail-in ballots? How does that work? How do we get them to show themselves?
Show a picture of their ID.
Just on their mail-in ballot?
Scan the ID.
So their mail-in
mail-in.
ballot would have to come with their ID with it.
Scanned.
Right.
Like they do whenever you do the fucking Facebook shit and they want, or when you do DoorDash,
Right.
they got to prove that you got ID.
Right.
You scan the ID.
Right.
It has that code on the back.
Right.
Unless somebody's using your fucking ID.
That's what I'm saying.
But if that happens, then it should give you an error.
Right.
Once it gives you that error, yo, somebody used my shit.
Or they're going to say you already came.
Either or.
Well, sir,
Either
it looks
or.
like you've already voted. No, I didn't.
Right.
How do you prove that?
Right. I showed it.
But how do you prove that you
They'll
didn't-
give you
what-
some type of receipt or something.
Yeah.
They got to give you some kind of
You're supposed to get your ballot.
proof that
Supposed
you
to get your
voted.
ballot, right? But also
Some
they
little
could
receipt.
But also they could, like you're saying, if they're logging you in and they say you already voted, then you say, when was that logged? When was that time? Let's check the cameras. Who was that?
Mm-hmm.
So of course you'd be able to pick it. And so, right, that would make it more secure. I get it. But there's a lot of people who don't want ID at all. You know what I mean? Like they're like going, why should we have ID at all? We should be able to just vote.
Well, that's archaic.
Well, no, I'm just saying there's people who
Because
say that.
that's false. That
people who
can
say
be
that.
manipulated.
Yeah.
That system can be manipulated more
Right.
than the other system. I
That's-
think.
That's what they're saying right now.
You know what I'm saying?
He put it together in 2 seconds, folks.
Yeah.
He put it together in 2 seconds, folks. That's what they're saying right now. You can manipulate a vote when there is no ID required.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what they're saying. And they're saying all the states that Harris won had no ID, had no voter ID. Because it's only, I
You
think
just
it's-
give your name or something, or what? Social?
they
What'd you
just
give?
fucking take your word for it, I guess.
Just whatever you tell them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they just fucking take your word for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know the role. I didn't do the research on that. But I'm just saying, like there's people who say you don't need voter
So
ID.
you
just trust me.
so you could just keep going back in there.
Who knows what you could do?
That's what I'm saying. So like,
That's why they're saying like you just put it together. That sounds more easily
if you
manipulated.
can just go, like, if I could say,
that proves the point right there.
if I could say I'm Lorenzo Sam, get my information. Okay. Yep, you're in the system.
And
They
then
got to
go-
check some system or something. I'm probably in there. You just going off of that.
Mm-hmm.
I can say, okay, I vote. So then when I leave, can I come right back in and vote again?
No. But
Why-
you could
why
come
not?
back in as someone else and vote again though. You can't vote as yourself anymore. You can vote as someone else though. With no ID.
If you had a list of
If you know the information.
people that's not voting.
Yeah. If you have their information, you just go in there and say, I'm so and so. So that's what I'm saying. I could have voted in fucking Nevada and don't even fucking know it.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just used my ballot for somebody in Nevada. That's how they do it. You take it to another state, it's you know what I mean? No one's gonna pay attention to this shit.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that part. But what I'm saying
So-
is like, has anybody been getting caught on that shit though?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think all that stuff's coming out now. That's what's happening. Is they're looking because
you gonna get caught,
right? Because
somebody's gonna get caught.
Because they had a chart up, right? It said Obama had got like 65,000 million and like 69 million when he won, right? And then it said when Trump won, he got like 65 million or something like that, right? And then it said when Biden won, he got 81 million votes, which was like a record of fucking shit, right? And then we went back to here, and then Trump only got like 68 million this year or something like that. You know what I mean? So they were like, where's that 20 million gap of people that showed up in 2020? Where'd they go? You know what I mean? And we can say, oh, that was in 2020? Well, fucking coronavirus scandal. You know what I mean? Like, that's how they can blame it. See what I'm saying? It's like it fucking comes together perfect. You know? Oh, but we all know 20 million people didn't fucking die in corona. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, what the fuck is happening here? So now those numbers don't math. You know what I mean? That math ain't mathing. So
I think more people were afraid though. You can add that.
But you got to look at the averages.
Because you remember during 2020.
Averages have never gone above 70 million. And somehow that 1 year, another 15 million fucking vote.
Right. When people were technically dying at that moment.
Correct.
Which that kills their argument of using that.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at that moment is when people were dying, according to you.
Right.
So what do you mean you got more votes because of it?
They get more votes. So
Unless you're saying it scared a population that wasn't never voting to vote.
Oh.
That's the only
or
thing I
it
can
scared
see.
Everybody to vote a certain way.
Right.
Because
it scared them that much.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You see how momentum can be pushed? You see how the narrative can be used against you? Do you see that? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just looking at it logically. We're not saying
because everybody was talking during that time.
Yeah.
During that time, everybody had something to say. Mm-hmm. Whenever fucking shit. Remember when they came at the black people? Said we was fucking up the communities and shit and robbing shit. Nah, nigga, they try to say it was us that was causing the goddamn fucking coronavirus at some point.
Right.
That came out.
Yeah.
We say, we ain't causing shit. We chilling in our own little spots.
Oh, yeah, when they try to say everybody was partying and shit?
Yo, they wouldn't, they was just outside.
Yeah. Yeah, they was just sitting out in their barbecuing outside.
They just outside.
Right. And they were like,
and they pulling up on the block.
You can't have gatherings of more than 10 people.
Telling them to go in the house.
10 people
Nigga,
gatherings.
that's how we gonna get sick. If we chill outside.
Right.
Ain't that the shit? Fucking 5 feet away from each other?
Right.
We chilling on our own block.
Chill outside. That's what
and it's a problem.
We all started coming out going, wait a minute, we can step outside.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
if you sick, I want to be 5 feet away from you.
Right. Well, not even that, but I can stand on my
in
porch.
the neighborhood.
But I can stand on my porch and talk to
They
everybody.
wasn't traveling.
You know what I mean?
They was in their own hoods. I watched a video of this shit. Yeah. And the cops pulled up telling them to go inside. They got their mask on and shit. And I'm sitting there like, yo, they ain't doing shit. They just chilling outside.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Think about it. God works in mysterious ways. What did that make us do? Start talking to each other.
Mm-hmm. And then we start passing that info.
That's when we started really talking to each other.
We knew it was bullshit before they knew it was bullshit.
Exactly.
That's why, and what did we do with that information? Mm-hmm. We acted a goddamn ass.
Right.
We started stealing from... Yo, niggas was running into Best Buys, taking TVs and shit.
Everything.
During the riots, after the George Floyd shit.
Right.
Niggas was running up in the fucking Best Buys taking.
Everything.
They said, fuck coronavirus.
Yeah.
Don't even care about that shit.
They didn't care about their lives.
I'm going to steal a TV today. Yo, I watched this one joint in Cali, bro. They was pulling up on the block. And it was just people. It was crazy. It looked like people just running around and shit.
Yeah.
They pull up on the block. People running in and out of Best Buy. They done bust the fucking, during the riots, they done bust the fucking windows out.
Right.
A car pulling up, dude running, snatch a couple of things. He jump back in the car, they take off. Another car pull up, dude
running. Oh yeah,
as that happening, other people running in from the sidewalks and shit. going into the fucking
Where did all
Best
these
Buy.
people come from?
Bro, they raped that fucking Best Buy.
Think about that.
Raped
How
that
many-
Best Buy.
You know what I mean? Like,
That Best Buy.
like,
Yo, I think they
where
took
did all these people come from? They just
think-
showed up.
they took everything out of that Best Buy, I think, bro.
You know what I
because
mean?
I'm watching
Or is
motherfuckers coming
that-
out with TVs, homies
or
helping
is-
each other.
Or is that AI generated?
I don't know, but I remember seeing that clip.
You
and
see
I
what
was
I'm
like,
saying? That's AI generated to fear you into voting for blue.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was.
I mean, it wasn't working on me. I was already like,
Yeah.
yo, steal that shit. Like, I was like, good.
Yeah, we were. We were like, yeah, fuck Best Buy. That's what I was thinking at
Fuck
the time.
'em.
I was like, fuck the
They
corporations.
need to give-
Fuck the. They need to
They
get.
needed to give us our refunds when we asked for them sometimes.
Well, you know what? Corporations needed to get punched in the eye every now and again because they don't know what it feels like being way up there. Sometimes they don't know what it feels like. So we punched them in the eye.
I mean, think about it. Just think about it. Look, I'm about to drop a dime. Drop a gem. Not a dime, a gem.
Let's go.
Yo, if they really cared during we're all in this together, free TV so y'all could stay home and watch TV.
Right.
Best Buy.
Right.
Boom. We're in this together.
We're in it together. Best Buy would have stepped up to the plate. Right.
They didn't do that.
Right. Well, they did because they took them. So they did. They kind of
we
just
made
gave
them.
it up.
We made them do it.
Right. We paid. They paid dues. They said you pulled up on our block. You paid dues now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gonna tell us we got a fucking coronavirus and we spreading it? Nah, we ain't spreading shit. Look, we come and get them TVs, all that shit. Cause y'all lying.
And we're having barbecues and we're chilling and we're hanging out in our garages with our people.
Right.
And we're gonna, you know what I mean? That's why I said we started talking to each other and doing whatever the fuck we wanted. And that's why when people started realizing, holy shit.
Yo, some
they've been
kids didn't
fucking
even
lying to
some
us.
kids didn't even graduate.
Yeah. Yeah. They would they just get a fucking a Zoom meeting?
Yo,
Was there a Zoom meeting?
that's bad. No, they was doing drive-by graduations and shit.
Yeah. Just they stood on their porch and just waved?
Yeah. And people were passing their car and shit.
Yeah.
You remember that shit happening?
I did. That was some fucking weird shit.
Yeah. That's the type of shit they had us on.
Fucking weird shit going on.
Nah, man, steal them TVs, man. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Make it count. Make it count.
Since they lying to us about this bullshit, probably killing our people, really, in the fucking hospitals.
Right. Yeah, I talked about that.
That's a conspiracy theory. They were killing our
They
people,
were actually killing us.
killing people whenever you went because you had a little cough.
Right.
Put them on a breathalyzer.
Yep.
Put them on the breathing machine. You know what I'm saying?
And remember doing the fucking drive-by fucking coronavirus tests? You know, so you could find out if you had it or not.
Yeah.
I had to go do that shit. Drive in the line, you pull up, you roll your fucking window down, they fucking shove some shit up your fucking nose, and then you're out. And then they call you and say, yeah, you got that shit.
Yo, the admissions people got me for like $500 because during that time frame, the admission spot was closed down. It was a coronavirus checking spot. Straight up.
And they tried to get you for some loot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to get past the admission.
Did they wipe
I
it?
was like, this shit was closed. Nah, I never fucking got that shit figured out. I paid the money just to do the shit. Like, fuck, y'all full of shit, man.
Just pay the problem go away. I get it. Yeah.
I remember these things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they was doing all kind of wild shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We went like 2 years without having to do anything. You didn't have to renew. You didn't have to do shit. Motherfuckers took full advantage of that shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there was all these, but that's what I'm saying. That was showing you how much we didn't need these fucking systems. That's what that was about.
Yeah.
It was showing you how much we don't fucking need any of it. All of it's bullshit, you know? Because look what happened. We didn't collapse. We stopped paying our tolls for like 2 years and nothing happened. You know what I mean? It's like nothing happened. What are we talking about here? You know? So they're just taxing us for nothing.
Yeah, I don't pay tolls. Yeah. I'd be like, fuck it. Flag it.
Right. Flag.
I'm not paying a fucking toll, man.
Just go get new fucking tags every fucking time they do
Yeah,
that.
fuck this shit. Fuck your tolls.
Yeah. If you get new tags, whatever tolls are connected to that, not your problem anymore.
It's not my problem. It never hits my credit report.
It's not my problem.
It don't hit my credit report. You know what I'm saying?
Take that up with whoever owns
I'll be like, I don't know who the fuck is doing that. Y'all paying for that?
Yeah, fuck that bullshit.
See me in court, bitch.
Beat me in court.
You know what I'm saying? You talking about a red light ticket? Nigga.
Oh, man.
Who was there that saw that? The red light? Can he come to court?
You trust in the camera.
Can he come to court?
Ooh, could we get the
Can the red light come to court?
We need to.
That red light can't come to
We
court.
need him to testify.
So I didn't run that red light.
Yeah. All parties involved aren't here.
Where's the red light?
Boom.
That said I ran the red light.
Run that
Where's
one
that
in
red
court.
light camera?
Run
Where's
that in
that camera that says I did that?
Yeah.
Can it talk?
Yeah.
Hey, camera. Did you see me? I don't need to be a lawyer to do this.
Well, here's the thing. We don't trust eyewitness accounts in court, but they trust a camera that has its eyewitness account. That's an eyewitness account from that camera, but they trust that over your eyewitness account.
The only way you could use a camera like that really and get away with it fully is that person has to be on the camera holding it, saying, "Oh, it's me, Lorenzo Sam, recording this right now."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You'd have to be giving the play-by-play.
Then they would ask me, and I'm like, "Yeah, I held the camera and I captured these images."
Right.
But the camera that's sitting on the block, who's watching it?
Yeah.
Somebody need to come say they were watching that.
Right.
Cause that to me, I don't know what the camera did.
Yeah.
AI could have fucking made it look like I ran that light.
Could do anything you want. You can do anything you want with it at this point. Yeah.
AI could have made it look like I ran that light.
They just show you like a little clip of you doing nothing.
That's what I'm saying. So AI need to come to court and testify.
Right. Yeah, and we talked about this before. Remember, we said, how many seconds do you wait? What's the stop? Is it 3 Mississippi? I don't know. So yeah,
because a stop is a stop. Like if I stop for like to the point where I hit that zero, boom. Like let's say there's a pressure sensor on the car, and know as soon as I stop, boom, and it hits zero. As soon as it hits zero, I take off again. Does that constitute as a full stop? Or did they say you had to stop and look around, ensure no one's coming?
Yeah, I mean, we got to look at the rules again. I haven't read that book in fucking 20 years.
If I hit that stop and I already done looked around and saw there was nobody there, I'm driving.
Right. There's no point. It's
so my speed on that stop
I think
may seem to you like I didn't stop.
But I
stopped.
But I think what it comes down to is those stops only exist when traffic exists.
Correct.
When they don't exist, the rule is treat it like a stop sign. But that's, you know what I mean, whatever. So yeah.
Because I do it like most stop signs. I know there's nobody coming. I can see that. I'm looking both ways already, approaching the intersection. Hit the stop, boom. As soon as I hit the stop, I'm gone.
Don't
but I'm like,
hang
boom. If the car move forward or shake like that, that's on the call. I stop.
That's
boom.
inertia.
I'm gone.
Yeah. That has nothing to do with you.
Are they trying to say in that moment it didn't look like you did a full stop, sir?
Well, in that moment,
even when there's no cars coming,
right?
And now I get pulled over for a fucking some bullshit,
right?
That's even with a cop.
Yeah, right.
That's even with a cop,
right?
From what he saw.
Well, that's his testimony at that point. Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah, I think stop signs at this point, if you don't know how to use a stop sign, then you shouldn't be driving. I've never gotten a collision at a stop sign or a two-way or a four-way.
Right.
Not at a stop
Nobody
sign.
knows how to use those.
If you're doing that,
the only way you're getting hit in those is when people run them.
Right.
That's the only way.
Because you're not paying attention.
Yeah, because if you stop there, even for a fucking split fucking second, you're not going to hit anybody.
Correct.
Yeah, you're going to go, and you're going to go, oh, shit, and then you slam on it again.
Right. You're doing too much.
And you're like, I didn't even see that car.
You're doing too much.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, like, but I think the average driver doesn't want that situation.
Right.
So they try to pay attention to that. They going to stop, look around, go. You know what I'm saying? I think the average motherfucking driver is doing that.
Right.
So it's like the shit that, like when you get pulled over on that shit, it's like, yo, I know I wasn't doing the shit they think I'm doing.
Right. It's an over-exaggeration. But that's what I'm saying. Unless you completely run it, a pause, a stop, whatever, you made an attempt, there's no cars, fuck off.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. It's all bullshit.
Oh, it didn't look like you came to a complete stop,
all
sir.
Bullshit.
A complete stop? Complete? What is complete? Nothing is complete. Explain a complete.
Right.
Y'all will fucking fuck with them on some lawyer shit.
Right.
Explain what complete means.
Yeah. They just tell you to go to court. Okay, lawyer, go to court. Here's your ticket.
Complete. Because when I know I came to a complete stop. Right. So what is a complete to you?
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's under interpretation. That's what it all comes down to. You can interpretate everything into the fucking existence. You know what I mean? Like we could do that for everything and anything. So that's why we end up having to come up with rules and regulations because
I think
people
the
want
word
to
should
interpret
change.
shit.
I think the word should change. It should be like you should come to a stop.
A full stop.
A stop to where you feel it's safe to pass.
I think it says that. We haven't looked at the rules in a long time.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Come to a stop,
all that.
and then when it's safe to pass, once you know that, if you stop, pause, stop.
Yeah,
Boom.
I haven't looked at it. I don't know.
I'm good.
It's got to say something.
I do it too fast, and you fucking think I just ran it. That's on you.
Right. Well, you're
not paying attention.
It's interpretation. It comes down to interpretation.
And then a fucking camera is gonna tell me this shit.
Yeah.
And I could look at the camera, and you're not even showing me the You're not showing me the video. You show me some pictures.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looked like my brake lights are on.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that means I was stopping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That at least tells me that much.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah. Brake lights were on.
I will kill this in court, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
I missed my court date though. Yeah. So I just paid the fine. I said fuck them. But I'm gonna start fighting these type of issues, man. And I want to vote. Not vote. I want to run for office, man.
Right.
Yo,
running for office.
I'm trying this shit, man. I think
It's time.
I think the people.
It's time.
They need
a leader.
They just need a little guidance, not a leader. They just need a little guidance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying
just nudge them in a little area.
Yes,
hey,
look.
But that's what we're doing. Welcome to Awkward Intelligence.
Hey, look. I don't want your vote. I really don't. I just want to be able to say the things that y'all been wanting to say.
Yeah.
I don't want your vote.
Yeah.
I just want to say the things that y'all been trying to say for y'all. That's
your pitch.
And then explain it. Like if half of y'all feel this way and the other half feel that way, I'm gonna say that.
And we're gonna figure it out. Yeah. Let's figure out a way to make it work. Right. But think about what we've always told each other too. When we're at odds about something, there has to be a reason for that. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to sit here and just keep arguing over stupid shit. It's like, wait a minute, why are we at such odds about this?
And that's the part I'm saying. Like, that part is the part that's going to be not hard for me, but I want to do it. I want to be able to say, yo, mediator in the room. All right, look, this is why we think this way. And this is why we think this way. Let's sit down and have a town hall meeting. Those that feel compassionate about it, please show up. Those that feel like they don't have a voice and want to say something, y'all show up too. And we're going to talk about it in a town hall meeting. You know what I'm saying? Put your best representatives for how y'all feel about certain things to speak about that. And then we make those changes for our community, but we work on it. And we don't be mad because If 60% want to do it this way and the other 40 don't,
That's called democracy.
hey, look,
Welcome to democracy.
we get y'all, but on this other issue, if y'all ever on that other side of the fence, we gonna fall for that too. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to ride if y'all all want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So
That's why it's called democracy.
and you make this shit work as a community. And if it's not working at some point,
that's all you need.
if it's not working at some point, yes, we talk about revamping it, but everybody got to see, yo, it's not really working. If you think it is working, then show that.
Right.
So we can see how it is working, and then we could probably share that knowledge to make it work better in that situation.
Right. We're supposed to be working and growing together, but we've been so divided.
And I think that's the way they need a mediator. I don't want to be a leader. I'm tired of being a leader. Leadership is hard. You know what I'm saying? Leadership, people expect you to move a certain way, and then they hold you to certain fucking levels.
Right.
And when you fall short in those levels because you tired or you've been living life and life fucks with you sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You got to just always be that
Suck
leader.
it up. Be that leader.
I'm tired of doing that. But as an advisor,
Yeah.
as an
need a
elder,
counsel.
an elder of my community, I will do that.
Right.
And let's bring forth the leaders that's going to make the shit go in the direction we all want to go to as a community.
Yeah. That's why we should be having councils and not fucking, presidents and fucking bullshit senators. And we need to be having councils so that, like you said, we have people in there who have knowledge, people from these neighborhoods that are talking and having these conversations, So, yeah.
Working together.
Working together.
If you know, this dude live off of 175, man. He been living there for a minute. And he know where the fishing spots at and da 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 da. Like that's the type of shared information we need. We get that a little bit through apps, but I feel like community based it'll do better. And if we focus more on that, even using the apps, but make the apps work in your community, work for you,
Right.
in your immediate area.
Correct.
You can't affect nothing essentially outside of your area. But
work on you. Work on you first.
But
That's the
in
thing.
your
And
area-
it'll reverberate out.
it will fucking connect even better.
Yeah. And everybody else is doing it, so eventually we'll all just meet each other. So that's how it works.
Know your neighbors, get to know them, know that the produce and the stuff that we're making money off of is coming from our area, from our workers, from our sons, from our daughters,
Right.
from our
Keep
people.
it in the community, yeah.
Keeping it locked in. Yo, we not locking in enough,
Yeah.
especially in the black community. Cause I'll ride around and I see the Asian community. They'll have their little local market.
Right.
I see the
Spanish
Spanish
people.
community. They have their little local
markets.
market.
Indian
I go in those
markets.
places a lot. Indian, yeah.
Right.
I go in those places. I get I cop food in there. I get stuff from out of there.
Got good shit.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of going to your
Food
corporations, the
Your
corporations and shit, your WalMarts and all that bullshit.
Yeah, I don't like Walmart at all. Never shop there. I don't like it.
But if we grow our food within the community, it's more healthy for us. It's quicker to us. We just gotta learn how to make the web work right. It's a web
Well,
we gotta create.
the web is what you talked about. Everybody's in the neighborhood has to grow something.
Yeah, one person.
You have to. Every house has to grow something.
Yeah,
That's what we have to get to. Yeah.
just specialize in one thing.
Yeah.
If
I
you
mean,
grow
it doesn't
in-
mean you have to make. You
what
can't make
grows
more.
what can grow in that region.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to grow more, the one thing. You grow as much as you fucking want. But I'm saying, but you're offering at least one thing. And then that way everybody can share and move and it'd be easy. We're all growing. It's not even going to be hard. Nobody has to make, there's no money to be made. You're just sharing.
It
and
boosts
moving.
everything.
And it boosts everything, right?
If,
Boosts
if
the community.
Somebody is saying, if I'm selling 30 strawberries in a Uber, you could throw it, Uber could get involved. I mean, Uber Eats or whatever, DoorDash. I got 30 strawberries, fresh. I want 4 strawberries over here for a thing I'm trying to cook.
Right.
They drop those strawberries off. On the same way, they build it up. How many people asking for strawberries tonight? You're not going to the grocery store.
Right.
The strawberries are going to come to you.
Right. Yeah, service.
At
Become
this
service,
time.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, then you just get that shit shipped
But
out.
I'm just talking about sharing with each other. You ain't even got
Right.
to deal with all that.
Yeah, you don't even have to do that.
There's no
part.
money involved. Nobody needs
Just
it.
have a
Everybody just has what they need.
At the local little spot, you can make a spot where you can have a basket of what you grow there, or you just have your own little thing in your house, and they're like, "Oh, there's strawberries over here down Penny Lane."
Mm.
They roll over there, they pick the
Yeah,
strawberries
they
up,
have
they
that.
leave.
Yeah, when you drive down fucking towards the Ocean City, you see all the signs pointing. You know, we have fruit, we have this, we have vegetables. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's already been done. It's just we're stuck in these cities, so we're not doing it. We should be doing it too. You know? So yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
On every block.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you got in your area, in your community, the more your community is sharing with the outside communities.
Right.
That's right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all might have a certain type of apple that they don't have over there, but it's a different apple. But most of the time, people buy whatever apples that's in the fucking grocery store.
Right. Yeah.
Pear tree. I'm growing this specific pear tree. I'm growing this specific, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, people will be able to get
And it's
creative.
fresh. And
People
it's
will be able to
fresh.
get creative with it. I mean, it becomes a thing.
And it's fresh.
Yeah. Right.
It's not
Like it used to be.
preserves. It's
Right.
not all of this shit. It's gonna get delivered to you during that day by other. That's jobs we create for the delivery guys
Right.
that drop it off. You create a web, a schedule. I know this people need this in this area, so I'm saying
Right.
I'm gonna go hit this area, gather this up, and then make my delivery within our system.
Right. Within
and
your community.
And it's fruit. It's fruit. It could be like
Right.
literally
Fruits and veggies, yeah.
if it's really in the
And
same
spices,
community,
basil,
it could be a
cilantro.
cat on. It could be a little 16-year-old on a fucking bike.
Oh yeah, you bring back the fucking newspaper kids, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's just biking it, and it's good for the community. It's good for because they're not going anywhere but in your neighborhood.
Electric bike.
Yeah, and then and you don't even have to. You know what I mean? You're better on the environment. You know what I mean? Less fuel being used. Of course, there's so many ways that'll make it get. That's the world we're heading to. That's it. That's the idea.
I know I'm a dreamer, man.
So,
but I think it's
you know what I mean?
possible.
No, that's the world we're moving into. That's the new world you're seeing happening. You think it's chaos, but it's not chaos. It's the bullshit falling away from the real life that's about to take place. That's where we're at. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, with that, Awkward Intelligence. I'm in talks along with
Mr. Prim.
Mr. Prim today. We'll see BDot next time. Holla at you.
Doses.
Awkward Intelligence.
Just smoking fast.
This is Awkward